Welcome back to this next video where I want to actually show you a fix to something that I've picked up, something that didn't happen in version 12. Now this version I'm running is, well, the one server is sitting at 25.1. Well, this one is 26 and the other one is 25. I only tested it on this 26 version. So it's something which I reported as a bug on the ERPNExt issues server. Hopefully the devs will look at that. But let me just show you what happens, and there's a workaround to this. If you do a purchase invoice, all right, here you can see a whole bunch that I've been testing. This is one of my test servers. So we add a purchase invoice. Let's just choose any of the suppliers. Yeah, well, let's use that one. All right, so we choose a cost center. That's fine. And we enter an invoice number, anything. And we use today's date. All right, and we choose an item. Which item shall we use? Yeah, let's use that one. All right, so there's a price for it. Okay, now this issue comes in with discount. All right, so now I want to use the discount feature. I must just show you there's a setting. I should have shown you at the start, but I'll show that towards the end. Sorry about it's all very impromptu, this video. If we want to do some discount, there's a new setting that you enable, and I think the actual idea behind the setting is very nice. Where's my, here we go. There's the discount. All right. So now you can choose either on the grand total or the net total. I think the behavior between grand and net total is the same. But I'll do some more tests on that. Then, of course, you use a discount account. Now, I've created one under indirect income. You'll see it's under 4,000. So there's a discount receipt for purchase account. And now let's make the discount R2.90. Just for the fun of it. So we say R2.90. That's our discount. Now, if I save and submit this, you'll notice there's a update stock button. If you don't tick this, it seems to work correctly. If you do, however, tick this and you say, okay, well, it needs to go to the stores. All right. Let me just open up the edit button. And we say, yes, it's going to stores. And then, of course, that must be changed as well. All right. So I've ticked the update stock button. Now, have a look at what happens now. I just want to see that I've actually completed this correctly. Grand total, this is the account. That's the actual discount, yeah. All right, so we say save. And then when we say submit, yes. And then this error comes up. Debit and credit not equal for the purchase invoice, blah, 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 number 75. And you'll notice the difference is exactly the discount. All right. So now I actually haven't tried it on the same invoice. Let's give it a shot. I only tested this ticking and unticking on different invoices. But let's untick the update stock on the same one. And we resave that. I think it's going to complain about the accounts that's been set. Yeah, there we go. It's going to change to stock received but not billed because there's not a receipt. If you tick that, then it generates a stock entry. That's fine. And now if we say submit, purchase successfully submitted, the purchase invoice. All right, so if you go to the accounting, where's my general ledger? And we refresh that. There you can see, hang on, what am I looking at here? Oh, stock in hand. I don't want to look at that. Just untick that. Right. All right, so there we can see there's the, let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. There's our purchase. There's the stock received but not billed. Right, received but not billed. And there's the 2.9 discount in the 4210 account, which is right. But if you tick the stock, update stock button, it actually gives you that error. Now, of course, if you do want to update stock, you don't have to do it on the invoice. You can just generate a receipt from there. So there's a few fixes for this. We should go back to buying, and where's our purchase invoice? There we go. Let's have a look at some of the others. I think this was, you can generate a purchase receipt. So you don't have to tick that button. I think this one was also not ticked. Yeah, there we go. It's not ticked, so you can generate a purchase receipt. Or if you really want to use the update stock button, you can do it like this. Let's generate a new purchase invoice. Sorry for if you hear the dog barking in the background. The joys of neighbors with dogs. All right, so let's just choose another company. Let's use, let's use that one. Right, let's update the accounting dimension. There we go. And we've got a invoice number, just any number. Okay, and now you select your item. I actually want to see if I can use another item for that. Must be a stock item. It doesn't have all my items on here. All right, let's use that one. $60. All right, that's good. So now I can't use this discount if you get discount button, but there's another way to do this. I've gone past it. Here we go. So if you use this table here, you can actually say an actual amount, and you then say the discount received account, and you can say the amount, let's say $12. But now you've got to say deduct. All right, so there you've got, remember the price was $60, discount $12, and it's, it gives you a total of 48. And then, of course, you're free to say update stock. Set it to stores. Just double check if our item setup is correct. Stores, warehouse. We can now make that stock in hand. Right. And if we say save, it saves it. And if you submit it, there it saves the invoice successfully. And if we go and look at our general ledger, let's just refresh that. There you go. There you can see $60, stock in hand 48, and your discount account is 12 Rand. So this method works the same as if you use the discount function, but in this case it does actually work if you immediately update the stock. Now, of course, depends on how your system works. If you go through the entire material request, purchase order, receipt, then you won't have this problem because you wouldn't tick that button on the purchase invoice. But for instance, if you do some catching up on invoices, basically initial entries, then you don't want to spend time with all those documents. You do everything with the purchase invoice, then you want to use that button. So there's a bit of a workaround. Hopefully the devs, I assume the devs will pick that up quickly and perhaps make a fix on the next release. I'm sure it's just a small bug because of the fact that it only does that when you select the stock update button. I'm sure it's just something small somewhere in the code. All right, I just thought I'd share that with you. If you saw that and just want to fix that, have a fix around for that.